What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Taurus Treasurer, where we talk about money, business, and economics blended with astrology. On today's agenda, I will be briefly diving into one of the placements in astrology that can show you where and how you can make money in life. These placements are known as the money-making houses. Quick disclaimer before I start, I am not a professional financial or astrology expert at the moment. I just have a deep interest in these fields and want to share my insights. I do my own extensive research, however, there is always a chance I could be misinformed. So please take this with a grain of salt and always consult professionals if needed. So let's start with the houses. In astrology, there are 12 houses, each representing a different area of human life: family, relationships, education, work, and more. Depending on the online chart generator that you use, you will see the houses identified in different ways. You might see it numbered 1 through 12 with the zodiac symbol next to it. You might see it identified in the form of the wheel, also showing you houses 1 through 12, or it could be written out. But regardless, every single chart calculator should have a section where you can see your houses. Now, among these 12 houses, 3 of them are known as the money-making houses in astrology. That is the 2nd house, the 6th house, and the 10th house. These houses line up with the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The earth element is about practicality, stability, and resources, which is part of the reason why these 3 houses are known for giving you insights into your financial side of life. So now let's break down each house, starting with the 2nd house. This is the house of money and possessions. It rules your assets, everything you own that has value, from money in the bank to land, jewelry, or even your voice and talent. The 2nd house shows the skills and resources you can use to earn an income. Think of it as your own personal toolbox of value. Then we have the 6th house. This is the house of work and service. It represents your daily routines, your job environment, and the tasks you perform to get paid. In other words, this is where you put your 2nd house resources into action. The 6th house covers your responsibilities and your role of service to others. Then, lastly, we have the 10th house. The 10th house is the house of career, public reputation, and legacy. This is where your job title lives. It's how society sees you and the status you carry because of the work you do. In traditional astrology, the 10th house was a big deal because your title instantly categorized your social ranking, whether you were a king, general, cook, or merchant. Even in today's times, it reflects your reputation and the legacy you leave behind. A simple metaphor to tie it all together. Think of a cake. The 2nd house is the ingredients and the tools, such as a bowl and a whisk, that you need to make the cake. Then you have the 6th house, which is where you bake the cake using the ingredients and tools that you have. And then thus the 10th house is the finished product. It is the cake that everyone recognizes. That's essentially the money-making process in astrology. You take your raw material from the 2nd house, apply it through work with the 6th house, and it crystallizes into a career identity and reputation, which is the 10th house. And if you have multiple careers, then you just keep doing the same process all over again. So now let's move into some examples. Let's say you are an athlete. Typically, the skills that an athlete has is physical talent, athletic skills, and being able to use their body to play the sport that they are playing. And so then you move into the 6th house, which is the daily grind. This is where they put their athletic skills to the test via training, practicing, and playing games. And then finally, you get to the 10th house where you can have a professional title, such as being an NBA player, a swimmer, or a wrestler. You get recognition, fame, and the legacy that comes with it. Another career example is, let's say you are a musician. Musicians typically have the skills of musical ability, rhythm, creativity, and a natural ear for sound, among other things. With the 6th house, you are putting these skills to the test via rehearsals, via writing songs, recording songs, and performing gigs. And then you have the 10th house, which gives you the title of musician or artist. Another job is being a nurse. Nurses have the skills of compassion, medical knowledge, physicality as well, because you do need to be on your feet a lot as a nurse, and the ability to care for others. You put those skills to the test with the daily task of checking vitals, administrating medication, paperwork, patient care, among other things. And then you have the title of a nurse that can be seen in the 10th house. That is your professional identity. One other job example, let's say you are a janitor. The skills that they have also align with physicality. You do need to use your body to perform the task. Janitors have attention to detail, skills in cleanliness, and knowledge of sanitation. And so you use those skills on a daily basis by sweeping, mopping, disinfecting spaces, maintaining order, among other things. Thus, in the 10th house, your professional title is janitor or custodian. So these are just some examples of how the 2nd house, 6th house, and 10th house come together to be known as your money-making houses. Together, these houses show you how your unique money cycle plays out, from resources to work to career. One thing to take note of when you are looking at your 2nd, 6th, and 10th house is the sign ruling the house, the planet that rules that sign and where it's located in your chart, and any aspects or transits affecting those houses. And keep in mind, you should never isolate one placement in astrology. So for example, you should never just look at the 2nd house and let that be the only house that you look to figure out how to make money. And the same applies with all the other houses. In astrology, the houses, signs, and planets, even the degrees, all work together to give you a full picture on how you can make money. So what you learned today in this video didn't cover everything. I just gave you a foundation, a base where you can start. So that's all I have for today's quick guide on making money using astrology. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more insights like this. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.